I had seeked to take life again. The privileges of being a maker infect my intuition with its scaly, tartarous hands of damnation. The parts of my untouched spawn lie neglected at my feet. I haven't made in days, nor slept. 2 moons have passed me by. My reasoning?
Free me, damn you!
My Hekki has begun acting on its own impulse. I've begun to lose control of my very being. The shame upon me was far more greater than the suffering itself. A cruel blow does existence land, tasting the pride that I eat, tasting the flow of torment that my pride now suffers. This is my just punishment for my actions, my ritual in which I feed my sinful indulgence of murder. Murder is a part of me. Murder brings pure ecstasy. Murder for the sake of Holmolfa. Holmolfa, a part of my murder. A being of my murder. A heart of my murder. The heart of my murdering. The moment in which the knife severs the lifeline keeping you connected to this plane of reality. Oh, the overwhelming sequence of the soul's release and the sweet syrupy taste of the blood kissing your bottom lip. Death's hug, the enchanted widow, holding you and your victim into the ultimate sex of the black skyline.
I will kill you if you do not free me now! You fucking twit! I will swallow you!
That containment spell, Komidaka, will only bind it for so long. I could still feel its baby kicks pounding up the sounds of my faith. It is truly my fault, my lust for the end, and my killing for the Holmolfa ritual has collected my karma. My Hekki, Komoda Raidoa, has filed its complaint. Soul-piercing does the invisible blade of loss begin to slowly tunnel through you. Ultimate seppuku of the dark honor code turned to pitch-black betrayal of your loyalty. I could just hear Galert right now.
Tazzsyn, Komidaka will not suppress your Hekki's rage eternally. You've been feeding Raidoa, and what happens to every wild beast when it has a taste of raw meat? It hunts for more, brother. You furthered its addiction. But there are 2, I repeat, there are 2 cures, Tazzsyn. 1, you stop the Holmolfa ritual you've become so fond of. Or 2, simply put, split Raidoa in half.
The knife. I needed it to fill me once more. I could not make, I could not create, until I feel another soul symphony. I felt the cold, sheer life that my knife has taken before swirl around me. Raidoa's blood began to pump. The smell of cinnamon and graveyard had filled my lair. Silent black chains of motivation had approached me still. Kodo and Kursa trespassed upon my session, and they know how I loathe being trespassed upon. That moment I had locked myself up, lying to myself that they could not see the obvious struggle that was colliding with me. Bouncing off the cold walls around us, my lair was telling them something I was not.
Tazzsyn, are you still down here fighting your own Hekki? You know, brother, this is beginning to look more and more like a maker's drought. It appears that you may have to hang it up. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Don't you dare lecture me of droughts, Kursa. My paint is of endless flow. Don't badger me. What the hell do you want?
Tazzsyn.
Tazzsyn, we can see what's going on. We are not blind. You struggle. The prolonged stressed Hekki in your body has become to free itself. No, making has taken a blunt toll on you. Speak to me, Tazzsyn. Tell me your urge.
Kursa was only there to make you feel miserable. It was Kodo you had to shield yourself from. Kodo always had a gift when it came to making you see the error of your own ways. No amount of chanting nor acting front could shield you from him. All eyes in the blind. Through the clear path of darkness he could still see right into your heart. Guard it, or a book he shall tell.
Mara Doshoriyar, my brother. We haven't come to badger you, Tazzsyn. We've come to aid you. Talk to me, my brother. Your pain is radiating.
Raidoa has become too hungry of the Holmolfa. Its urge is outlasting my very body, and it will tear me to pieces if I cannot appease it, if I cannot simply contain it. I don't know how. But what I do know is if I do not take life, this will continue. I spoke with the menaced grace of a serial killer. Just them, myself, and the knife. The language became clear. I closed down Kodo's mental warp to my mind.
It is quite logical that the reason to why is not in your grasp, my brother. The Hekki, your Hekki, Komodokuga Raido, is an ancient Hekki. You are the only one to truly master it. Perhaps it is you who is the flaw, Tazzsyn, and you who is the key to your own suffering.
Are you trying to say that I don't understand my own Hekki that I was born with, Kodo?
I believe what Kodo is saying is that your Hekki is learning and still yearning to teach you something and wanting something in return from you. But you're obviously not seeing the big picture, Tazzsyn.
Both of them deducting me like a piece of paper, as if knowing my own Hekki better than myself.
Perhaps a new challenge. Tell me, Tazzsyn, have you ever thought of allowing your Hekki to grow inside of a human being? What? Yes. Think about it. Perhaps your Hekki is capable of more than what you're doing with it, besides the qualities of a maker. Can you not see the possibility? Surely you can. I am diagnosing your problem. I think your Hekki needs to be spurned, Tazzsyn.
At that moment, my logic came back to me, at the standstill of my realization forming into place. Kodo's words fit too perfectly into a scenario I feared, using my Hekki on a human being, the taboo in my mind splitting apart to reveal the gutted sin of the act. I fought that thought, but perhaps there is more to what Kodo is telling me. I've never allowed my Hekki to take control. It's always been my own impulse to act aggressively, to kill for the sake of my ritual.
Oh, brother. Another wise and powerful diagnosis. Tazzsyn, I suggest you speak to Kirisu. He is the most experienced with human contact, being one himself, of course. Surely he can assist you.
Yes. Kirisu has many contacts to the outside world. I won't say guinea pig, but I'm sure he can direct you towards a willing subject. No?
Kodo and Kursa spoke as if they were leading me straight to hell, as if I'm already the pending doom hanging and waiting for the realm to open up and drag me. I could not believe I was actually taking this under consideration, using my Hekki, my life, my voodoo lore, my heart, on a mere human pawn. It's like bleeding a sick oil and putting it back into an even sicker tube. But another thought bloomed in my mind. Perhaps I could... Hmm... Ugh. I stood. I needed to speak to Kirisu. Otherwise, I would begin my ritual on myself. Shame has me, but defeated I am not. Maker's blood is still blood, all the same the cutting.